Now this question looks a little tricky, but you'll be absolutely fine, especially if you either use concrete or if you draw it pictorially just to help you. So there are 505 children at the hockey match. I've made it out of our base 10. And there are 278 girls. How many are boys? So there's our sum in the abstract form. I've got it in the concrete and I've propped the problem underneath just so we can see it. So first of all, we start with the ones column as always. We have 5 ones and we need to subtract 8 ones. Now at the moment there's more on the floor, so we have to go next door to get some more. But our tens column at the moment is empty, there are no tens. So for this one we have to go next door again. So we're going to regroup our 100. And we're going to regroup our 100 into tens, into 10 tens. So our 100 has been regrouped from 500 to 400. And then our 10 tens, woo, don't want to drop them. Our 10 tens, let's double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yep, there are 10 tens there. There's our 10 tens. So we've regrouped our 100 into tens, so we've now got some tens in the tens column that we can use. So now let's start the sum again. We have 5 ones, we need to subtract 8 ones. So we have more on the floor, we can go next door this time to get some more. So my 10 tens, I'm going to make 9 tens. Let's do that. And then I can get my 10 ones to go into the ones column. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. So now my 10 ones go into the ones column and I now have 15 ones. Now I can do this sum. So 15 ones subtract 8 ones. So there's 2, 4, 6, 8 ones I've subtracted. And that will leave me with 7 ones. Now I go to the tens column. I have 9 tens and I need to subtract 7 tens. I can do that. More on top. No need to stop. 1 10, 2 tens, 3 tens, 4 tens, 5 tens, 6 tens, 7 tens. And that leaves me with 2 tens in the tens column. And then I have 400 and I need to subtract 200. Again, more on top. No need to stop. Oh, let's subtract 2 of those hundreds. 400 subtract 200 is 200. So how many of the children were boys? 227. Well done guys if you got that one right. If you didn't, try and practice some that are similar. Okay, so we've done quite a bit of work on subtraction now. And I want you to be a detective. Use those detective skills. Use those spidey senses that we talked about. Don't work out the answers yet, but can you tell me where the regrouping would be? Which of the place value columns will need the regrouping? Have a really careful look. So, have a look at question 1. Where's the regrouping? In fact, is there any regrouping? Call it out, tell me. Which column? I can't hear you. Yeah, you're right, well done. If you said it's in the tens column, you're absolutely right. Have a look at the ones column. You've got more on top, so there's no need to stop. But in the tens column, there's more on the floor, so you'd have to go next door to get some more. Let's try question 2. Have a really good look. Where's the regrouping? Call it out, tell me. Yeah, you're right. It's going to be in the ones column and the tens column. Because look, both of them, the ones column and the tens column, both of them have more on the floor. So you're going to have to go next door to get some more. What about question 3? Look carefully. Think about what we've just done before. Yeah, you're right. It would have to be the ones column and the tens column because both of them have more on the floor. Come on then. Full house. What would it be in question 4? Which column would have the regrouping? In fact, is there any regrouping? Call it out. Yeah, it's going to be the tens column. Okay, so now that you know where the regrouping is going to be, work out the answers for me. You can do it pictorially, but we'll go through some of them in concrete in just a moment. I'll just get you to pause the video while you have a think, while you work it out, and then I'll be right back with you. Good luck. Right, we're doing brilliant at this. I'm so proud of you guys. So we know where the regrouping is going to happen. So let's now carry it out with our place value counters. So we go to the ones column. We know that more on the top, no need to stop. 6 ones take away 4 ones will leave us with, let's just move those, 2 ones. Let's pop them into there. Okay, we now have 3 tens, but we need to subtract 5 of those tens. Now we know we're going to have to regroup in the tens. We've already worked that one out. So let's regroup. Let's regroup one of the hundreds into 10 tens. So we'll pop those into there. We'll show that we've done our regrouping. So we have 2 hundreds, and then we have the 10 tens in the tens column. So I have 13 tens. I'm going to subtract 5 of those tens. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And what's that going to leave me with? Yeah, you've got it. 8 tens. And then I have 200, and I'm going to subtract 1 of those hundreds. So I have 182. Let's do number 2. So we have 3 ones in the ones column, but we need to subtract 8 ones. So we know the regrouping is going to happen in the tens and the hundreds. So let's regroup one of the tens. That will leave us with 6 tens. And we'll put the 10 ones in the ones column to show that we have 13 ones in the ones column. Now let's subtract 8 of them. 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And that leaves us with 5 ones in the ones column. And then we only have 6 tens in the tens column, but we need to subtract 9 of them. So we have to regroup. We regroup the 100. So we have 5 hundreds left. There's our 10 tens in the same place of it. So we have 16 tens. We need to subtract 9 of them. I'll leave 1 from the 10 we just popped on. And that means we're going to have 7 tens left. And then I have 500. I need to subtract 1 of those hundreds. There's one of our hundreds. So the answer is 475. And there's the last 2. So you recognise where the regrouping would happen. Did you get the answers right? Don't worry if you didn't. Just practice. That's all it takes, just a little bit of practice. We won't say practice makes perfect, but practice just makes it a little bit easier. And then you'll be able to do it. Now, if you have a look, do you remember we said if we have a look at number 4, number's the same, 0's the name. So I like to leave you with a challenge, and I'm going to leave you with this problem because it leads us in really nicely for what we're going to cover tomorrow. We're going to go back over subtraction with the numbers that have zeros. So here's your problem for today. There were 300 children in the hall. 76 of them went to choir. How many children were left in the hall? Have a go. Don't worry if you're not sure because we'll go over it tomorrow. And if you are sure and you can do it, brilliant. We'll just do a few more practices tomorrow. See you tomorrow, guys. Bye.